for watching Mature Living. I'm Mary Yanez, Director of the Senior Adult Program, and this is the show that brings you great information for families, for seniors, and there's plenty to do in El Paso. And one of the wonderful events that happens at the Chamizal National Memorial is the 41st Siglo del Oro Drama Festival. And this has been going on, would you imagine, for like I said, 41 years. So we've invited Gina, a wonderful friend, Gina Hernandez, who is the bilingual park ranger. And so you'd give presentations all year long. And thank you for being with us. And I know you've been in El Paso a couple of years already. So thank you for our coming over and sharing with us.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me about the Siglo del Oro this year and some of the background information.
Okay, great. Like you said, this is the 41st year. It started in 1976 with the first superintendent of Chamizal National Memorial, Franklin G. Smith. And it was a way to celebrate the U.S. bicentennial. He got together with community leaders in El Paso, and they decided to have this drama festival, and it was popular. And as you see, it has continued ever since. So we're excited to host that again this year from March 30th through April 2nd.
Great. And these dramas are in Spanish because it comes from the Siglo del Oro of Spain. And these wonderful playwriters and actors. Tell me about that and how you all bring these actors and groups to the Chamizal.
All right, well, we bring groups from all over the world. We have a group, there are four performances this year, and we have a group coming from Spain, one coming from Mexico City, and then we're actually really happy to have two local groups this year, one from Ciudad Juarez and one from El Paso.
That is so great.
That goes right in with Chamizal's mission.
And that's what I was thinking about, because the mission is about two countries, engaging with the people and in our cultures. So,
absolutely.
So it's beautiful. So the performances, and I have to say this because I've been to them and they're free. I mean, and there's no reason why people shouldn't enjoy. And you usually have packed houses, don't you?
We usually fill up every night.
Yes.
So you have to get there early.
Yes, we do. And so what time do the doors open? And then we'll get to the highlights of some of these performances and some of the work that you've done.
So the performances each start at 7 p.m. The doors to the theater open at 6:30, so that you can go in and sit down and find your seat starting at 6:30. So the tickets, the free tickets, will be given out at the door. You have to be there in person.
Early,
and they will be, we will start giving them out by at least 6 o'clock.
Yes.
And if you would like to come early each night, just to throw this in, we have a new exhibit available, and we're very excited about it. It tells a more complete story of Chamizal, and that's to celebrate Chamizal's 50th birthday this year.
Wow, that's amazing.
Along with the 100th anniversary of the National Park Service.
Oh, wow, that is
so it's a big year for us.
It is, and so you'll be having things all year, I would imagine, to commemorate all these wonderful anniversaries.
Yes.
What are some of the details and the highlights of some of the performances of the groups that are coming to?
Okay, so the opening night at 7 p.m. Wednesday, March 30th, we have Mujeres y Criados, and that will be performed by Fundación Siglo de Oro from Madrid, Spain.
Wow.
And this is a pretty special event. This is a Lope de Vega play, but for the last 400 years, we didn't know where it was. This is a recently discovered manuscript by Lope de Vega, and it will be the first performance of this piece in the United States.
That is so amazing, and to commemorate the 50 years, that is wonderful. To have this group from Spain, and I'm sure there's some funny things in this one. It sounds like Mujeres y Criados is going to be real. Is it a comedy or is it serious?
It is, and again, there's not a whole lot that we know about it yet.
Okay.
Because it's, you can't go online and find the script because it is recently discovered.
Wow.
However,
amazing.
the
We're
group
fortunate.
that's coming, they're really interested in education and the opportunity to translate these manuscripts and provide them to universities and promote their performance in American English around the country. Wow. And so they're having a workshop 2 days prior to the festival to work on translating 3 different Lope de Vega scripts. And the public is actually invited to the afternoon on Tuesday, March 29th. They will open it to the public, and you can enjoy some dramatic readings of these scripts.
And did we mention when this one, Mujeres y Criados, are going to be with a date that we mentioned at Wednesday?
Wednesday, March 30th at 7 p.m.
Great. Do you want to go over the other ones as well?
All right. So 7 p.m. on Thursday, March 31st, that will be 3 different entremeses, kind of intermission performances by Cervantes. And those will be performed by Eden Enterprises. They're our local El Paso group. Oh. They will also be doing or will have done the education outreach performances in the schools. They will go to the schools with one of our rangers and present parts of these performances to the students.
Okay. And then we have the next one, Friday?
Friday, April 1st at 7 p.m. is La Celestina, and that's our other local group from Ciudad Juárez. That's Telón de Arena. And they have performed this around Mexico and received wonderful reviews. And so we're really looking forward to that.
Oh, that's wonderful. So then I guess we culminate the event, the Siglo de Oro this year, with the Saturday performance.
Saturday, April 2nd at 7 p.m. And that's El Príncipe Inocente. That's another kind of lesser known Lope de Vega play. And that will be performed by F3 Teatro from Mexico City. And this one is actually, if you search for it online, you can find pieces of it and watch it. And I'm excited. This is 2 actors who play the parts of about 16 different people.
Oh my gosh, that is going to be so great to see.
I think it's going to be really entertaining.
Yes, Saturday, right? And that would be April the 2nd. I also wanted you to talk a little bit about your education and outreach programs.
So we always have either some of the groups that are coming from different countries or a local group that goes to the schools. Eden Enterprises is the group this year that's doing our education outreach. They have gone to 8 different schools to perform in the school, and then performed at Chamizal National Memorial on Wednesday, February 24th, and they did 2 performances. And so this reaches thousands of students.
I can imagine. Are these elementary schools or high schools or a
combination?
Mostly
high school, but there is a combination from elementary to high school.
That's wonderful. We want to give your contact information because I know we haven't covered everything, and I'm sure that our viewers are curious about, and of course, making plans to attend the Siglo de Oro, the, of course, 41st annual. Can we give that information, Gina?
Absolutely. So check our website. It's www.nps, as in National Park Service, .gov, or you can call local phone number 915-532-7273.
It's always a joy to see you because I know how busy you are over there at the Chamizal, but you bring us always great information for our community. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much.
And we'll be back with more guests on Mature Living. Well, thank you for staying with us. We've invited Ruben Gonzalez, who is the El Paso County Tax Assessor Collector, and he's here with us to explain a little bit about this question. Do you know what curbstoning is? Well, he's going to answer that question for us today, and I bet you that many of you will get very familiar with what he's going to say and how we can protect ourselves from this particular type of illegal activity. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Ms. Yanez. Thank you.
You've been here before, and you've always brought us some very good information for our community. But what is curbstoning?
Curbstoning is the act of someone selling a vehicle that's unlicensed, and they usually have the vehicle displayed on private property or public property, more commonly known as business centers like Walmarts and things of that nature.
And sometimes empty lots and
empty
corners.
lots,
Yeah.
yes, ma'am, empty lots, and they usually have a for sale sign on with a phone number.
Yes.
So that is basically your curbstoner, who is defined by many as an unlicensed dealer.
Okay.
They don't have the licenses paid to legally sell from a specific location. And curbstoning, since they put a car for sale here, they put a car for sale there, and eventually they try to get somebody that'll buy their vehicle.
That always catches my eye, unfortunately. You know, we're always looking for a good deal.
Yes, ma'am.
And sometimes it doesn't work out.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
it shouldn't work out because there's reliable dealerships, that check the cars and that have guarantees.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so.
Yes, there's dealers that are in the business to try and take care of their customers.
Yes.
So they work very hard at it. They
That's
comply with state regulations. They put up bonds to be a legal dealer. They have to have an office open to the public, and there's a lot of requirements, and they have to get licenses not only from the state but from the city. So they are legitimate. They're in the business to provide good service, and they have to guarantee their cars as much as possible so that they can have that customer come back to their location.
And these others that are curb stoning don't have all those things in place.
That's
and so that cheats the state and the city and the county. It cheats.
It hurts everybody.
Okay.
It deprives the state and the county of registration fees, sales tax fees, and we usually term these type of folks as tax evaders.
Yes.
Because they're not paying their proper taxes. And there's more to that. When you buy a vehicle from a curbstoner, there's no guarantee that you're going to get a legitimate title.
Wow.
The title could be fraudulent.
Yes.
It could have notations that it's a salvage vehicle, a junk vehicle. It could have notations on there that it's been exported into Mexico. And once it has that notation that it's for export, nobody can touch it.
Yes.
We, the state of Texas, can't do anything with that because it's been declared to go out of country.
Yes.
So the people that buy it unknowingly buy a vehicle, they can't do nothing with it because we won't accept that type of transaction in our office.
Yes.
So the vehicles could be flood damage.
Yes.
They could have problems with the odometer reading. Worse, vehicle could be stolen. And we've caught some before like that. Wow. So once they take your money, they're going to disappear.
Yes.
So we're trying to tell the public to be aware and don't buy from a curbstoner. Buy from a licensed dealer.
And so do you have secret shoppers of cars that you send to these little corners and dial the number to see? Is there any of that kind of thing that you can investigate and
we have the practice? We have a program now in place where we will go on occasion to these various parts of town, and we identify vehicles that are parked illegally and they shouldn't be there.
Yes.
And if it belongs to a dealer, they're fined. If it belongs to an individual, they're advised to remove the vehicle, otherwise it'll be towed away. So there are programs in effect now.
Yes.
Like everything else, there's not enough manpower to do this. Our city is growing quite a bit, so to cover every part of the city is difficult. But we do have a team that's out there, and we are concerned about it because there's a lot of curbstoners in our border community that come from out of state, out of country, and sell vehicles here. To try and
unload them, I guess.
Unload them, per se, to an innocent buyer. And that's who we're trying to protect.
Yes. And your money is worth a lot, so we don't want to waste our money, and we need to be smart about it. And so what kinds of things that you mentioned that we should watch out for? What should we do?
Well,
first of all, don't stop.
No. If you're going to go ahead and try and interested in a vehicle, the main thing is to have a title. Once they present you with a negotiable title, the very first thing you need to do is look at the brands if there's any on the title document. Make sure it's a legitimate title, not a photostatic copy of one. Compare the serial number on the vehicle to the number on the title, and then of course check for the mechanical safety of the vehicle. But the most important thing, because sometimes the titles don't have the proper notations, it's always best to come to our office at Manny Martinez and let us check it. We'll run it. We'll check the number for you free.
Very good.
So we encourage people to do that because we want to protect them, but at the same time we want to make sure that they're not going to be taken by the seller because they'll disappear.
Yes.
And it'll be more costly for the buyer because they're going to have to go through an administrative hearing, potentially get a court order to get title to that vehicle, or pay for a bond, and it's more time consuming for them, and they're going to lose time and money, and it's going to cost them more.
Yes.
So,
And it's hard to, I'm sure, to catch this illegal practice and the people that are doing this. So it's really up to us as citizens to be aware of, and this is the first time I hear of this term, curbstoning.
yes, ma'am.
And so I was thinking, I thought I knew a lot of stuff, but I guess I don't.
No, there's a trick for everything, and this has been a problem for many years, and it's gone to the point that it's really unbearable because with the exportation laws that were flexible at the time with Mexico, a lot of vehicles are being brought from other parts of the nation to go into Mexico, but sometimes there's difficulty. So instead of them being allowed to go into Mexico, they stay here on the border, and that's where the temptation is. And they need to get rid of the vehicles, sell them to somebody. So we wind up buying cars that are not legitimate, and we always encourage the citizen to buy from a licensed dealer. That's the message.
And if they have any questions, of course, let's give your phone number at the office so that they can call and just drop by. And thank you for being with us as well.
No problem.
You always
Ms.
bring us
Yanez.
good information.
No problem. Our phone number is 771-2332.
Okay.
They can call our enforcement division. We'll be more than happy to help them.
Well, thank you, Mr. Gonzalez.
Thank you so
for being with us. I know you were here maybe last year it was, and brought us good information. Thank you
Yes,
for
ma'am.
coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we'll be back with more guests here on Mature Living. Great information. Well, we're glad you're staying with us because we have some good information for families and for kids as well. We've invited some representatives from the El Paso Assistance League, or Assistance League of El Paso. Right. And it's Lisa Miertschin, who is the PR chairperson for this wonderful organization that I've heard about and know what great work that you do. Also, of course, we have Gina Hernandez, who's the president of the Assistance League of El Paso. You have some good history. I know you have some good history since the, I guess, mid-60s.
Yes.
Can you share that with us, Armida?
This organization started in 1967, and at the beginning it was known as Assistance Guild of El Paso. And then in 1970 it became Assistance League of El Paso, and it was associated with the National Assistance League. There's a big organization, has 120 chapters, and it started in California. So we're associated with that. We were chartered in 1970.
Okay, and what is the purpose of the organization? What do you? I know you were going to talk about some programs in a little bit, but just overall.
It started initially because some women saw children that needed school clothing. They saw the need at the schools, and it started off in a little room in Montana, and then they were having trouble because people would break in and steal things. So then the school district let them have a room at Bowie High School, and they started dispersing the clothing from there. And then as we gained more funds, we were able to buy a place of our own and have a storage of our own.
And today you have a beautiful store. Do you have one?
We have a chapter house. It has a thrift store. We have meeting rooms on the top floor. We have a basement that has storage, and we have meeting rooms where the children for Operation School Bell go and receive clothes.
And let's give the address because it's centrally located on Yandell, is it?
2728 East Yandell,
Okay,
right on the corner of Birch and Yandell.
Very good. Now let's talk about the programs because I'm really anxious to talk to Lisa about that.
This is Belle.
Belle.
Belle is an example of the clothing that the children will receive when they come. They receive a week's worth of clothing, which would include 2 tops, 3 pairs of pants, the jacket, shoes, 7 pairs of socks, 6 pair of underwear, and a little bag that would have some toiletries in it.
Yes,
And
it
then
is.
one extra T-shirt that the child can choose on their own. They don't have to have school colors. They can choose that one totally on their own.
Yes.
That is so amazing. So you check with the schools to make sure they're in uniform.
Yes, the schools tell us if they want uniform or if they want blue jeans.
Yes, and
it's their choice.
how are the children selected? Do the counselors or the teachers know which families are in need?
Exactly.
Have need.
The counselors and the teachers will decide on who's coming. They bring them on a bus to our facility, and then we help them pick out their clothing.
How long have you been doing the what is it, Operation School
Operation
Bell?
School Bell has been from the very beginning. 1967 is.
This is the 48th
47.
year.
48th year. That is amazing. Thank you for doing that.
Yes.
And of course, you have other programs.
Yes, this is our main one. We clothed 3,800 school children last year. Our other second program is our Paso Bears. The bears are provided to first response, firemen, policemen,
Oh yeah.
ambulances.
You're the ones that provide
Yes,
these bears.
we provide the bears.
Where there's a fire and there's
Exactly.
children or what, you know, emergencies.
Any emergency situation, the bears are provided.
Even the Border Patrol asked us for some, so they have some.
That is amazing. I didn't know that the Assistance League was providing
Yes.
these little bears that the firemen have to give to a child in case of an
He's
emergency.
identified. There he
Yeah,
is. He's
they have the-
identified. See,
On his foot.
AL.
Assistance
We
League.
did 500 bears last year to the community.
500. Oh, that is so great. I'm glad you're doing that.
Thank
See how you learn something every day. Maybe I'll get in there and help a little bit more.
Oh, we would love for you
Good.
to
We'd
come
love to
down.
have you.
This is helping.
Yes,
I'm sure
yes.
getting the word out.
And we appreciate you having us.
The what is it?
Assault survivor kits are our third program that we provide a service with. We provide the kits to the Center for Sexual and Family Abuse, and the kits would contain a sweatshirt, sweatpants, a bra, underwear, socks, toiletries, sunglasses. So if someone's the victim of an assault and they're taken to the hospital and their clothing is kept for DNA testing, we provide them something to wear in the hospital and then to wear home.
We hope that diminishes.
We would like
Yes.
that
We don't
too.
want to make a lot of these
We would like to.
survivor kits.
Yes.
You know, we certainly want to make sure our children are safe.
Oh, yes.
Any other?
Our last program is We Help Others, and that one is each month we provide basic everyday needs to the ladies and the children living in La Posada home.
Yes.
We do 32 baskets or boxes or however the ladies are packaging them. The chapter will purchase the supplies and then the ladies will get there and bag them up. This last Monday they met and had little plastic bags, little like baskets with handles, and they put shampoo, cream rinse, soap, razor blades, toothpaste. So each month they pick a different thing to provide.
Yes.
Some months we supplement their pantry there because they need some
can do
groceries that they
food.
can't get with the food stamps. And other months it's household supplies.
That is
So
so
it goes back
good.
and forth.
And La Posada is also near downtown, I guess,
It
near
is.
where Old Hotel Dew.
It's on Campbell Street.
Yes, wonderful. Tell me about the thrift store, because I've been in there and you've been working in
Yes,
there.
I've
Tell
been
me
working.
about that.
Our thrift store is open from 10 to 3, Monday through Saturday. The only time we close is half a day on the second Thursday of the month because we have a meeting. We have everything that everybody wants to donate there. You can find golf bags, you can find tools, you can find coffee makers, you can find toys, clothing, books, jewelry,
Yes.
almost everything. A lot of cameras, everything that you can think of.
And
it's
you know,
there.
the important thing is that when you're buying there, you're not at Walmart or someplace
yes,
else. You're
exactly.
helping a program when
Yes.
you shop there.
Exactly.
And that's why we want them to go to the thrift shop.
Our proceeds go entirely to clothe the children and to fund our programs.
Yes, we have no paid members.
118 volunteers, none of us are paid.
That is
So
so.
the
all
money goes,
volunteered.
we have a very good return rate to the community. Our return rate is about 87%.
Yes.
Like out of every dollar, we return 87 cents back to the community.
Wonderful. And so, do you need volunteers to hang clothes or sort things, or do you have enough members that are doing that?
We never have enough members. Anybody that wants to join, it's
Help.
the dues are $55 a year. You
55.
can become a member.
Excellent.
Yes.
Yes.
sign up for any. You can decide which one of these programs you want to work in. We don't require you to select a certain one. It can be any one of the ones that you want.
You can also be the collector of the neighborhood of
Yes.
items that
Yes.
you can use. Little stools or
yes. We ask people
children's toys.
when you're cleaning out your home, please remember us and drop it off.
Drop it off
to
there.
tax donation. We will give you a receipt for everything.
And it's a
Tax
nice, is that 2-story, 3-story building?
It's three. Yes, it's got a basement, and then the stores on the first floor, and then our meeting rooms are on the second floor.
Well, you all are doing a great job. Any other thing that I hadn't mentioned that?
We actually have an auxiliary group that most people
yes.
don't know about. They are teenagers between 7th grade and high school, 12th grade, and they work with La Posada House. They go down there twice a month on a Saturday, and they mentor the children living there. They will provide a snack, play games, read to them, make a craft. They also go out into the community and they do different events within the community. They've done like Kids Palooza and the Dia de los Niños days, and so they volunteer their time. Again, they're all volunteers. There's about 50 of them.
Teenagers.
There's 60 now, 60 teenagers.
Wow.
From 7th grade to 12th grade.
And they're in all the high schools. We have almost every high school represented, and they're learning to give back to the community.
Well, we thank you for bringing Belle, because I really like this Belle.
Yes.
This Belle guy. I think he's a boy. I don't know. Maybe not.
We want people to see the quality of clothing that we provide.
Yes.
It's all brand new and it's of a good quality.
Yeah. And so we'll give the phone number, and I'm sure that hopefully you'll get a lot of response. And you can ask them, did you see us on Mature Living?
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
our number at the chapter house is 564-0600.
Thank you, and good luck on all
Thank
your
you.
programs.
Thank
The
you
beautiful
so much.
bear programs, helping the kids. We really appreciate all of your hard work.
Thank you. We appreciate you letting us come and talk to you.
God bless you. And we'll see you all next week.